never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everyone, I'm Cyberverse Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Movie Advanced Jolt. Now, I've had mixed opinions because I've asked several people, should I review this guy as a Dark of the Moon figure? Should I review him as a Revenge of the Fallen figure? Some people said no, some people said yes, on both of those occasions. I'm just going to review it anyway because personally, I feel like this figure is deserving of a review, and there's not very many reviews of this figure out there. This is the Transformers Movie Advance Jolt, and I absolutely love I absolutely love this figure. I'm going to go ahead and remove his whips because personally, this should have been Studio Series Jolt. Honestly. The only thing that they should have done with this is remove the carbon fiber. That would have been nice if they could have removed that. But next to that, this is an awesome, awesome repaint of the Dark of the Moon Jolt. And the reasoning why I'm counting this as a Dark of the Moon figure is because, well, the mold is a Dark of the Moon figure. And this is pretty much everyone's definitive Jolt from Revenge of the Fallen. And personally, rightfully so. The Studio Series 1 is nice. I do like the Studio Series 1. I bought it. But, it's just not as good as this. It's just not as good as this. You could disagree with me, and that's fine. This is not a fact. This is not, truth. This is just my opinion. I think this figure is better than the Studio Series. But anyway, he does roll very nicely. One wheel does get caught up here and there. But he does roll very nicely on a non-smooth, flat surface, like carpet or whatever. But he does roll very nicely. And he is just an awesome figure over around. But to transform him, the transformation is a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie. It can be a pain in the ass. But honestly, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So to transform, what I like to do is go ahead and push the hood down like that, and then come to the side panels here. Go ahead and get them unclipped, and then come here to go ahead and get that whole panel undone, just like that, and then pull these forward. That's going to become his legs, and then the other part to get it up and out of the way are his arms. So you want to come here and rotate the arm up just like that. And then this is on a swivel, so this is going to go, I think, either forward or backward. It's going to go this way towards the rear tire. So you're going to fold that way. Take this piece here, same thing. Take it, and it's on this electric or all-spark blue hinge. All-spark blue. And that's going to rotate just like that. And then now you have a little bit more wiggle room to work with. But I'm going to go ahead and come here to the tail lights, and you're going to pull them just like that. This will make up his chest later, or his abdomen. I can't quite remember. Oh yeah, you don't do the head reveal just yet. I see now. Take these pieces here, fold those in the roof of the car, fold those in, then, maybe not. You want to take this whole section here and fold it forward. Alright, so these have got to get out of the way. There's a tab here that's going to go into one of these slots up here, and that will create his chest. Okay, so now I know. These become his, like, armor pieces here. Now, the feet are pretty simple. You're going to take this section here. You're going to rotate the wheel. Well, no, not just yet. I'm going to take this whole section here, fold that down, rotate the wheel in, just like that. And that will create... Oh, no, you just leave the wheel like that where the blue is showing. And that's one of his feet, or one of his foot. You know what I mean. Okay, and fold this down. Can be difficult. Lift that up. Rotate that wheel in, side out, and that will create another foot for him, his right. Then go ahead and fold his arms down. Rotate the arms down. Feels a little loose. I'm going to definitely do something about that. And then this is pretty cool. You can take these and fold them down to give him that look that he had in the film. And the cool part, at least in my opinion, is the head reveal. Flip this up, down, and there's Jolt's head. And I can't lie. Oh, and that's the transformation fully complete. Can't lie. This looks way better than the studio series. I'm not gonna lie. Some people will disagree with me. Some people will say you're crazy. Some people will say, you know, your opinion sucks. I'm sorry, but this looks like Jolt to me. For the longest time, this figure looks exactly like he did in the film. Now, I know this is a concept art head, but I'm going to be completely honest, I do not like the official head, because the official head that he had in the movie, to me, just looks utterly wrong. This looks way better. I'm going to be completely honest. I do not like Jolt's official designed head in the film. I just think that it looks weird and just utterly ugly. I do not like his official final design head. I much prefer the concept art head. And a ton of people actually feel the same. This guy's head sculpt is like, everyone prefers this head. They prefer the toy head. And I agree. I'm with them on that. Because that, and a lot of people say that this is the best Jolt figure. I'm going to be completely honest, and I'm going to have to agree. This, to me, is the best Bayverse Jolt figure there is. And I get it. The Studio Series 1 is heavily on accuracy. But here's the thing. What I don't like about the Studio Series is to give him his whips. I don't like the fact that you have to remove one of his fingers to give him the whips. This is where I'm going to tell you I prefer this figure because of this reason. Right here on his wrist, You can attach the whips like so to those MechTech ports. And I'm going to be 10,000% honest here, or 100% honest. This looks way better than what Studio Series did. Because what if you lose those fingers, right? I lost them a couple of times, but luckily I found them. And I much prefer this look. No, it's not accurate to the film at all, but neither is the Studio Series. Because if you really pay attention to the film, the whips come out of the middle of his palm. They come out of the palm of his hand, I believe. At least from what I remember. And that, to me, is what Hasbro should have done. And I also like... But with this one, they gave the whips actual, flowability to where they actually look like whips. Or the things that he used to attach Jetfire's parts to Prime. That's what it looked like. So, I much prefer this Jolt over the Studio Series. I'm just going to be completely honest. This is one of my favorite figures in my collection. Posability is pretty limited. He's got ball jointed shoulders. He's got like an elbow swivel and an out movement, a swivel here, ball jointed hips, double jointed knees kinda due to transformation, nothing at the ankle, and then head's on a ball joint, and no waist because of the transformation. But that's pretty much it. I really have no complaints about this Jolt figure. Other than he's a little loose, but to be honest, I mean, I got him just like this. I'm going to try and fix the looseness of the arm, because I didn't notice how loose that was until now. Wow. It's okay, I got some super glue. I know people do the paper towel trick, but I do the super glue trick. It works just as fine. As a matter of fact, if I bring Ratchet here, I gave him the super glue treatment. It doesn't work completely, but it is tightened up a lot. And I think I did the same thing to his left leg. I can't remember, but I did do the super glue trick on this Ratchet, and it works somewhat. Not the best, but you know. And then if you want a comparison, there he is with the Ratchet figure that I just previously reviewed. And that's pretty much it. There's really nothing much else I can say that I haven't already said. It just that this is one of the best Jolt figures that there is, and personally, I think everybody should own one if you can find them for a good price. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this. I will be doing one more video, and that will be on this guy, Dino, the movie Advance one. And I basically saved the oddest for last, but I guess some people could say that he's the best one. But then again, I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to review at least these two first because they are actual Dark of the Moon molds. Dino is a Dark of the Moon inspired character using an existing tooling, which honestly, I'm going to be honest, the Audi R8, even though this isn't exactly an Audi R8, but these damn things look sexy in red. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys up next with Dino.